Okay. Test 1, 2. Looks good. All right. Good morning and welcome to the stream. Michael Linsenmeyer, pleased to have you here. Thanks for the tip there with the Delta V map. That's pretty nice. So, let's hop in. Actually, let's take a quick look at this training and see whether there's anything we want to catch up on here. Orbiting 101, Science Basics. To the Moon Part 1. To the Moon Part 2. Learn how to safely land on the Moon. Interesting. Review how to bring our Kerbal home. Well, we're not going to land on the Moon today. Docking, this could be an interesting one. Asteroid redirect mission. There's some cool tutorials here, but for now, we'll just keep doing what we can do. And see how things go. Alright, so we've still got 249 science left, so I think one of the things we're going to do here is we're going to go into R&D, we're going to research a few more things. I think mainly just, let's see what we've got. Maybe one more kind of engine, a better engine. So here's a Spark liquid fuel engine, an Ant liquid fuel engine, a solid fuel buster, a Baguette external tank, another fuel tank. That could be interesting. Propulsion systems. Heavy rocketry. We get the Poodle liquid fuel engine, and the Skipper liquid fuel engine, and the Kickback solid fuel booster. There's a couple interesting options there. I think maybe we want propulsion, because let's take a look at this. Thrust in vacuum's only 20 kilonewtons. So we'd probably need like a bunch of these to make this work. I'm assuming the ISP is very high. Yeah, 320 in a vacuum. So that's a great specific. Was that specific impulse? What's the engines that we have? We have. Where is the general construction? We unlocked aviation. Advanced rocketry. Yeah, the Terrier. The thrust in the vacuum is 60 kilonewtons, and the ISP is 345. So that's actually better than the other one. Why would that one be better? This is a half ton of mass. This is less mass, I suppose, but it's also less thrust and slightly less ISP. It does have a gimbal vectoring range. So why is this a better engine? I guess this fits on a Rockomax or something. And then we have the Ant. This has 315 in vacuum, which is pretty good, and only 2 kilonewtons. It's a tiny little engine. Okay. Then we've got the solid fuel booster. 210 in a vacuum, 185 in atmosphere, 12.5 kilonewtons. This one's distinctly on the low end of scale. Might is useful for tiny kick motor to plant their probes firmly on the right trajectory. So I'm not sure we want to unlock this. Propulsion systems. I guess that's more propulsion once you're in a vacuum. A positively different approach to existing trends in rocketry. These small, lightweight propulsion systems may not seem as exciting, but they might prove just as useful. Okay, not something I'm super interested in right now. Let's look at heavy rocketry. So here we go with the Poodle. We've got 350 ISP in vacuum. That's very nice. And 250 kilonewtons. Okay, so that's very strong. 280 ISP to 320. Lots of thrust here. Lots of thrust. This might actually be too much thrust. If we get our TWR too high, we'll burn up in the atmosphere just trying to get out of town. But this might be something. The Bobcat is an awesome engine. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Let's see what else. Advanced construction. Nose cone. Airstream protective shell. Stack separator. More detachment. More decouplers. A flag. Brand adapter. Okay. Aerodynamics. We've got kind of more bits and pieces. Hold on. This I think I want. The M1 inline cockpit. Crew capacity 1. Interesting. Command. Minimum crew to operate 1. Crew must include a pilot. Remote. No, so we don't actually want that. What else have we got? Landing. We've got a bigger heat shield. Landing struts. A launch escape system. Larger parachute. Small landing gear. Flight control. We have some more winglets. And an inline reaction wheel. Series of spinning discs that are going very fast to generate the torque necessary to control a spacecraft without wasting any propellant. Please do not attempt to service this device while it is running. Requires an electric charge of 0.3 per second. Alright. Basic science, I think we want. We don't really need the Sputnik. This is the probe, right? The battery pack would be nice. The Science Junior would be nice. Experiment storage unit. Yeah, I think we definitely want this. We're going to research this for sure. And then let's see if I can find the Bobcat that you were talking about. Poodle, Skipper, Spark, Ant, Mite, Baguette. So do I need to go further down this chain to find it? Mainsail, Twitch, Spider, Puff, Shrimp. Let's see. Specialized construction. Actuators. Supersonic flight and advanced aerodynamics. Advanced landing. Specialized control. Command modules. So command modules with more than one capacity would be really nice. So the Mark 1-3 command pod. I'd like to have that. I don't see the engine that you're talking about, Michael. The Bobcat? Huh. Miniaturization. Electrics. There's a lot of pieces here. So we just unlocked basic science. Let's just stick with one more kind of unlock here. Let's go with heavy rocketry and see what that looks like. So we'll get the Poodle, the Skipper, and the Kickback. Okay, so let's go into the VAB. Now, what I want to do this time is I want to build an engine that can get to Minimus, or rather, I want to build a rocket that can get us to orbit around Minimus and back home. And I want to bring more than one Kerbal. That's my goal for today. So we've got a new command pod here. The Mark 1 cockpit by the C7 Aerospace Division. C7 Aerospace is proud to present our second-generation cockpit. This unit is equipped to ensure survival in some of the worst conditions possible. The extra reinforcement has slightly increased the weight. Now, this has crew capacity of 1, electric charge of 5, monopropellant 7.5. Let's see, mass of 1.186. I don't know that we want to use this because it doesn't buy us any additional crew capacity. It looks more aerodynamic. And it weighs more. So I'm not sure what the value is here. Data transmitter, antenna type, internal, antenna rating 5.0K versus range 1 DSN. Cannot transmit science. Electric charge of 0.4 per second. Crew report, rerunnable, resettable. Electric charge of 50. So if we look at the cockpit here, so this uses less charge, has the same amount, has more monopropellant. Yeah, so why would you use the Mark 1 cockpit? Not sure. But we're going to need to start with a command pod anyway, so let's pop this in here. And let's go ahead and rotate it so that the window's facing east. Then we're definitely going to need something else underneath. So we've got a structural fuselage. We have some sort of there's the service bay. Fuel tanks, engines, command and control, structural, coupling, payload. Got the service bay. electrical, we've got a rechargeable battery pack. This contains 100 charge, so I think we need one of these. The Z100 rechargeable battery pack is the standard model for electrical applications. Holds 2 quadruple A batteries and holds a maximum of 100 units of charge. So this is just a couple of... This is literally just a couple of batteries. That's funny. Communication, science, here we go. The Science Junior Experiment storage unit. Okay, we got a couple of things here that are interesting to me. We've got cargo, and we've got utility. Okay, so here's the Mark I crew cabin. So we're going to attach one of these, for sure. A cozy passenger cabin derived from a business jet and upgraded for use in spacecraft. So this has a mass of 0.9, plus the passengers. This part can, so data transmitter internal, inventory slot, science experiment, crew report. Okay, so if I use one of these, there's a 2-man pod you can unlock, should be available for 90. Science Junior. The Science Junior did not have a crew capacity that I could see. This one says crew capacity 2. If we go to Science and look at the Science Junior, pod, heat shield, separator, Science Junior. Now, why would I not want to bring the Science Junior back with me, though? Hang on, let me take a look at this. The SC9001 is a cutting-edge, self-contained laboratory. Have you ever wondered what happens to something in zero-G? Or have you ever pondered the truly meaningful questions, such as what would happen if I exposed this to the rigors of stellar radiation and unforgiving vacuum? Comes with complimentary notepad. Recommended for ages 4 to 8. Small parts inside make it not suitable for small children. Ages 4 to 8. This is a cargo part that can be placed inside inventories. Not sure about that. Conduct materials study. Collectible data. Rerunnable, resettable. Cleanup requires electric charge. Cleanup cost. So, Michael, why would I bring this along and then discard it? Because you're saying a separator between the heat shield and the Science Junior. Would I want it to crash down and then collect it? Or do I take science out of it first before we get home? It's heavy? Okay. So I would have to well, if it's connected to the command pod, then I should be able to do science without actually EVA, maybe? I guess we can take it up. But I would need to bring a scientist with me, or can a pilot do stuff? Well, I wanted to bring other people anyway. So we're gonna put a crew cabin on here, for sure. And then we're gonna try and figure out how we get this home. That's a little bit, why is it kind of not? Okay, there we go. So this all has to get home, which means we're gonna need a lot of parachutes, more parachutes than we normally need, and we're gonna need a heat shield as well. So if I'm trying to bring this home, there's a heat shield. Let's throw the Mark 16 on here. And what else do we have? We've got a flag, navigation light. I don't think we need star shots. All right, the radial mount parachute. Tolerance, 12 meter per second impact, 50 Gs, 4 kPa pressure. I think we need 2 of these plus the Mark 16 is what I think we need. Take extra side shoots. Yes, absolutely. Take science out. If you want to keep it, bring extra side shoots. Okay, well, I'm already bringing out... I mean, we can try it. We won't go far. We'll do a test flight and see if we can bring this home. So if I add on this as well, Science Junior, that gives us a very heavy command pod, right? 3 people plus the Science Junior. But let's try it. Sure, why not? We'll throw on a bunch of parachutes here. So I think for this, we'll actually go with 3 of these Mark II R radial mount parachutes found lying by the side of the road. Let's pop those on there. Take all science with you and do high and low orbit tests. Okay. So now, does this have... Can I put stuff inside the Science Junior, or how does it work? Do I stick things inside here, or not really? I'm still not clear on how this thing works. Let me take another look. Conduct material study, collectible data, resettable. Is it cargo? Okay, well. So this is gonna be rough, I think. Trying to, because we've got the heat shield here, but it's a lot bigger than the command pod. So it's gonna go through a lot. We've got three radial mounted drogue chutes and the top mounted thing. So hold on. Now we gotta throw some science on here, right? So let's do that, I guess. Experiment storage unit. So we still only have the main three things. Let's put 2 of each so we can do multiple orbitals. And then let me see. Take all science with you. No, Science Junior has its own science. It's like the goo pod. Ah, okay. Okay. Well, even so, we'll bring some extras along here. Now the heat shield, can I get a larger heat shield maybe? Maybe that would be a way to go. Because if it was larger, we'd have some drag on the way up, but maybe that's okay. Maybe we can use, let's see, let's call this the, let's see, we're going to do science here, we're going to do experiments. We're ultimately going to get to Minimus, so this would be the Glaven 2. No, the Glaven 1. Glaven! Let's do more science. Sure. Let's save this for the time being, and let's head back out and see if we can get a bigger heat shield from R&D. Where was the first one? Survivability? Flight control, space exploration, electrics. So this had 1 heat shield. Let's follow down this chain. Where would be a larger heat shield? I don't want miniaturization, I don't think. Advanced flight control, landing, aerodynamics, advanced construction. I don't see more heat shields here. Propulsion systems, heavy rocketry. Specialized construction, actuators, supersonic flight. Advanced landing. Here we go. This is a much larger heat shield with an integrated fairing. So could we get to this? Landing strut, a Mark 25 parachute, medium landing gear. So we'd have to go through landing and then buy it. So we don't have enough to get everything. Oh wait, there's another heat shield here, a larger one. Okay, this we can afford. So this is going to be the last of our science here. We're going to get a new heat shield, landing struts, the launch escape system, a larger parachute, double variant, and small landing gear. All right, let's get that going, and let's go back in. And let's get the larger heat shield going. So we might need... let's take a look at this. A medium structural heat shield with integrated fairing. Okay, so I think we want an adapter if we have one here. That would be structural? Yes, a Rocco Max brand adapter. So if we slap that on there, now how much does this actually weigh? 0.1 tons, that's not bad at all. And then we can throw the big heat shield on. I don't know if this is gonna work at all. Let's find out. So here's our whole, this is the part that's gonna come back, right? This is the part that's gonna land. So we've got the 3 drogue chutes. Let's see if we can throw like a more powerful parachute on as well. 50 Gs. The Mark 16 XL parachute is a double-sized variant of the Mark 16, so this wouldn't fit on there anyway, so never mind that. Navigation light, rep 1 flag, star shot. Okay, so now we need to put our science on. Hopefully this larger heat shield kind of protects everything on re-entry. But let's go ahead and throw a couple of goo canisters on here, like this, up near the top. That works. And then if we zoom in, we can throw in a couple of barometers as well. And a couple of thermometers to cap things off. Do I want to do it that way? No, let's hang on. Let's throw these a little bit lower, and then the thermometers we can do front and back. Okay, so we got double science, three drogue chutes, and the top chute. Now we're gonna need a big old separator here, a decoupler. That'll work, right? Okay. So there's our final stage. This is the come home part. Look at your other pod icon. You have 3 thingies to unlock before it. Use side chutes with drogues. I've got three drogues here. Mark II are radial mount parachute. Right? So I've got these 3 plus the top. Is that enough? These should be much higher up. We'll set these at, I think, 2,000 in maximum atmosphere. Maybe we'll even go higher. We'll go to 2,500. And then for this, now that should have set all of them, right? Yeah. And then for this, we'll say 1,700 as well. So that's nice and high. Or, well, no, 1,500. Well, yeah, 1,700 should be good. Hopefully that slows us down enough to land this beast. Okay, so now we've got our actual crew component and our science ready. Now we have to get into at least an orbital flight around Kerbin. So we'll do a test here just around Kerbin before we try to go to Minimus. So let's take a look at what we have available. In terms of fuel tanks, we've got some new stuff. So the T100, 200, 800 we've seen before. Where's the Rocco Max stuff? They have these big, yeah, okay. So we've got the Rocco Max X216 and the 32. Rocco Max. Here's the 8, here's the 16, here's the 32. So let's start with a 32. And let's start with 2 of those. Now we need an engine to put on this. So, we have unlocked a big old bad boy here. We've got the Poodle and the Skipper. Let's see. 280 in the atmosphere, 568 kilonewtons. That's a lot. We've got some vectoring. So if I used a Skipper, let's see what this would look like. Let's do our calculations. So that's 38 on the first stage, plus we've got a TWR of 1.35. So we're not going too fast. That should be enough to get us into orbit, right? So that wouldn't be enough to go to Minimus, but we could just do a test flight here of this build and see whether we can even get into orbit here. Is 37 enough? Let me double check that chart you gave me. So yeah, 3,400 is what it says is sort of the minimum to get into orbit around Kerbin. Now, to be fair, I might not have a perfectly efficient launch, so this would be cutting it a little close. So would we want to add some side-mounted stuff to add a little bit more DV to this build? We could add some boosters. Like if we had 2 boosters for the initial part of the burn, just to get, or maybe, well, I mean, this is a heavy boy, right? Excuse me. Let's try a boost stage around this as well. So let's get some decouplers, and let's add maybe 3 of the backs and see what that looks like. 3 might be too much, but it might not be enough, because this is all very heavy. Okay, so let's come in here and slot these around by 3. I think we want it on the front, like so. And then we'll grab a couple of these back solid fuel boosters like this. It would be nice if there was a way to change where you're holding the piece so that you could attach it, because like it makes you hold it in the middle, right? You can't come up here and, or maybe you can. Like if I come up here and click here to select, oh, you can, that does sort of work. No, see it shifts the mouse down to the center of the thing when you do it. So I can only get it like that low. If I now pick this up... Oh, okay. You know what? That is okay. Hold on. We could do something like this. Is that right? Okay, so let's take a look at that. So stage 4... you need to go like that, yeah. So this only buys us 562. Our TWR is 1.16. So maybe 3 isn't enough. Let's try 4 instead. Let's pull this off, or actually... let's pull it off here. Swap to maybe 6 of these. And then pop these on like this. Let's see what that does. Okay, so that's too much. A TWR of 1.9 is too much, because then we'll burn up in the atmosphere. So let's pull this off, and let's pull this off as well, and go back to just 1 for a second. Get this reattached, like so. I do wish there was a way to attach it lower. Like, you know what I mean? Can I attach this directly? Oh, I can. Okay, that's actually, that makes things... No, I can't. I can't tell if that works or not. It's like inside it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. All right. So let's try 5 instead of 6. So we'll put 5 on here. Attach these up. So now we've got that's nice. A TWR of 1.72 and an additional 918 meters per second, right? So that kind of gives us some wiggle room. Those boosters get us a little bit higher. Now the problem is they're not really steerable, right? So how are we going to steer this? The backs are monsters. You can add more clamps. Radu, hey, welcome back to the channel. No, your engines need to be in the same stage to add. A little lag, but I'm glad I hear. A little late, you mean. What are you trying to achieve? So, Radu, I'm trying to take passengers. I'm trying to take the scientist and the engineer to Minimus. So the first thing I'm doing is just building a test rocket to test whether I can actually bring this home. So this whole thing is going to land. The heat shield is kind of... at the bottom of this adapter. Then we've got the Science Junior, we've got the crew component, and the cockpit. No, your engines need to be in the same stage to add Minimus. Yeah, we're not going to Minimus with this build. I'm just kind of experimenting with bringing this thing home first. So the other question I have is whether I'm going to be able to steer this with all these boosters. Maybe 5 is too much. 918 meters per second. We really won't be able to steer it, so it's kind of going to go straight up, right? Burn of 42 seconds. Thrust of 1500. This isn't exactly attached where I want it. Hang on. I want you to be right in the center. I guess I can't do that with 6. Or 5, rather. Let's just go with 4. Now, it seems like it won't attach to the exact front here. I don't know why. it's off center for some reason. I can't quite. Hang on. Let me do this part. Oh, maybe it's not off center. Okay. So we got these four. That gives us a TWR of 1.3 and 700 meters per second. That's probably okay. That's going to get us up there. I don't know how we're going to be able to steer it, though, is the problem. Do I want the backs, or do I want something with a steerable engine? Game music hella loud? Okay, let me fix that. Let's save this for the moment. Settings, music. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. So I guess we just kind of have to try this. We'll get a little bit of a boost up with the backs, and then our main engine will fire here, and we'll use that to kind of steer. So that's the idea anyway. Let's throw some aerodynamics on here and go test it out. Nose cone. Hello. There we go. And then some basic fins, I guess. Can we just do two? No, it's gonna. All right. Well, I guess that's okay. So let's check our stages. Boosters first, then decouplers, then main stage, and then the last decoupler, and then we come home. All right, so we're going to test getting to orbit with one pilot and coming home with this giant stack of nonsense. I think we want separate... No, we can stage those all at the same time. All right, yeah, we're going to test getting into orbit with one pilot and hope they don't die. And if all that works, this still looks slightly off-center to me. I don't understand why. Like, it is, right? It's off-center. Why is it like that? See, that looks fine. You know what else we need? We need, that's not attached properly. There we go. That finally looks pretty much... does it look right? Okay, that does look right. All right. The other thing we need is stability. Stability enhancers. No, that's not right. Grab you, bring you down to the ground, and then throw some... What is it, structural? Yeah. Throw some of these on. Okay. Just did a Minimus landing today on my super hard career. Had to use 2 rockets for it. It was really fun, though, and got 500 science. Can't really use it because I must upgrade my R&D for over $1 million. Minimus is one of the easiest places to land. You only orbit it at 150 meters per second, so landing only costs about 200 ms. Use better fins to steer. Man, I don't have access to these luxury parts. 30 part limit is brutal. Your thrusters aren't off, your science is. My science is? Everything looks good to me here. Oh, wait a minute. You're saying my goo canisters are not? No, everything looks right here from above. And if we zoom in and go up here, the drogues are off center. But the science looks right. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay. You're saying use better fins though? Yeah, it is pretty big. All right, let's take these off and let's use some better fins. Aerodynamics. What do we got? Wing connectors. I've got the basic fin and the winglet. Structural wing type C. Tail fin. This tail fin has passed extensive modeling in our patented PAS system, Paper Airplane Simulation. This fin has been blunted to prevent accidental dismemberment of installing technicians. So something like this, you think? Or like that? This is gonna intersect with the thingy here. You may want to be towards the nuclear engine. It is far out, but extremely efficient. It doesn't use oxidizer, just liquid fuel. Swept wings, no. Structural wing type C. That doesn't seem right. Well, we can try the tail fins. Let's pull these off for the moment. If we throw these on here, like so, and then pop this back on, does it kind of like... Yeah, I don't know about that. It seems like it's gonna intercept here and like blow everything up. Can I somehow make this wider or farther out? Maybe I just do it like this. That should work, right? Let's correct that a little bit. Nope, nope, we don't want that. Let's get that like that. There we go. Okay, that should work. We've got the nice tail fins. All right, let's try this. We're just trying to get to orbit with one kerbal. Yeah, we're leaving the other 2 seats empty. So Jebediah, good luck. Hope you survive. Save. We've got, yep, boosters, decouplers, main stage decoupler, 4 parachutes. All right, let's go. Bad pun, Radu. It's fin. Okay, so one thing that I was told is that I'm spending too much fuel on my initial burns, or getting to orbit. I'm getting into orbits that are too high by waiting till 70 to begin accelerating. So we're gonna try something a little different today. We're gonna cut the engine, or well, I guess we're gonna see what the boosters do. But we're gonna cut the main engine at around 50, and then do our AP burn at T-minus 30 seconds and see if that gets us a more fuel-efficient launch. Okay, so SAS is on. We are going to use stability assist for the initial launch. We don't have any reaction wheels, so I don't see any point in turning RCS on. Throttle is at full. Quick save complete. So let's launch and see what happens. Boosters are firing. 100 meters per second. I'm still going to try to pitch forward, but I don't know whether it's going to work with this build or not. Oh, it does. It does. It went quite well, actually. Not sure what's steering the ship, but okay, we got our 10-degree turn. Switch to prograde here. Leave it at 10 degrees until we hit 45,000. First stage is almost complete. Second stage ignition. Okay. So far, so good. 7,000 meters. So I'm going to cut at 45 and then switch to the map view and see about burning closer to AP until we get our orbit around 72, 73, something like that. So we're burning through fuel pretty fast here, but that's to be expected. We're going to have some left. I think we're going to... I think we need to pull back a little bit here. Stick around 45 degrees for a little bit more. No. What are you doing? No. Hold on. What happened here? Yikes. Guys, we have a problem. Come on, Jeb. Come on. Get it stabilized. Come on. Oh boy. Terrible, terrible. Get us back to prograde, buddy. Can you do it? Okay, alright, that's not ideal. We're only 25 up. This is not going well. Let's switch off of prograde, and we need to go higher. We need more. That was a big waste of fuel. We need to, if we're gonna get it to orbit, we need more height. This was a disaster. I don't know what happened there. I think we're going real fast. We're burning in the atmosphere here, even though we're really low. Let's just stay on prograde here. I mean, this is fine. Lost a lot of fuel there. Let's cut the engine here and take a look at what we're doing. So we messed up a lot there, wasted a bunch of fuel. But so our AP at the moment is 121. Okay, so that was a massive screw up. Massive, massive screw up there. Okay, did you add batteries and power generation? No, I did not. Test run, tail fins are steering, bail out, lol, you enabled prograde. You may want to add a second stage with a more efficient engine, which you are fighting him. Yeah. So when the spin happened, I was fighting him. You're right. So, okay. Some problems there. We need a little bit, we need some sort of fins on the main engine here. And we need to be watching apoapsis as well, because this got away from me. I thought we were way too low, but maybe not. Maybe we had enough speed to achieve an AP around 70. So that's another thing we need to do. I need to watch the AP. So, okay. We don't want any more speed at this point. We're not going to get into orbit. We're just going to see if we can bring this home now. So can Jeb survive? I'm going to discard the rest of the fuel. And then we are going to turn retrograde here. And we're going to see if the heat shield we have and the drogues are enough to safely land Jeb. So, we are going to skip forward quite a bit. Over to about here. And we're going to go take a look at Jeb and see him coming home. We'll see if he survives. This is a big boy. This is much bigger than any capsule I've landed before. We are going pretty fast, but we're starting to enter the atmosphere here. Let's stay prograde and let's speed up a little bit till we start to see whether Jeb is going to make it home. Okay. So can he control the ship and keep it retrograde with this big old heat shield? The nice thing is it's clearly protecting, the larger heat shield is clearly protecting everything. He is having trouble controlling it. We're getting some burn on the side here. So we've got a center of mass problem on this. I think he's going to survive. Where are we at? 20,000? Okay, all right. I've staged the chutes, so we should see the radials at 2,500. Okay, I think he's going to survive here. It's just a matter if we have enough chute now to prevent him from hitting the surface too fast and just getting jammed. All right, so 2,500. We should see the radials expand. Yep, okay. They've slowed him down to, oh, enough, even without the main chute. Those 3 are enough by themselves. So we don't need the main chute, or we don't need all of these. Okay, so we did have a little bit of a center of mass problem there. It wasn't heavy low enough, right? You need power generation. No power, no reaction wheels, no turn. Well, the cockpit has electric charge, right? The cockpit had 50 electric charge, and I had no RC. But RCS, don't you have to put reaction wheels on the thing in order to use RCS? I mean, I don't have any. No power, no reaction wheels, no turn. Don't enable prograde before orbit. No survive atmospheric entry. Tail fins on boosters, small fins on core. He is dead, never mind. Yeah, but it runs out. Okay, so the good news is our test flight, Jeb survived. Let's get down to the ground here. We have some things to think about. So the center of mass of this was kind of messy. He had a hard time keeping it facing prograde during re-entry. So that's a question of, I'm not sure how to fix that. It might be a center of mass problem. If this was heavier, maybe, it would be easier for him to angle it. It did get home all right, though, and the heat shield worked. It protected everything. What is going on here? RCS is for gas. Yeah, okay. You need RCS boosters for TWST flights. You may want to hire expendable recruits. Oh, for test flights. Yes, okay. RCS is for gas. Right, so there's the monopropellant, right? We've got 10 of that. So I could put an RCS wheel on here. I think we have some unlocked. I've never used one before. Yeah, we're going real slow because of the extra parachute there. But the good news is these parachutes are enough. They're more than enough to safely land this thing. And we did survive re-entry, so we were only going about 1,800 meters per second, so a faster re-entry. Okay, okay. Everybody's alive. Let's recover the vessel. All right. 10 isn't enough. You want to have 30. Batteries and electric charge for reaction wheels. Okay. So, let me check the settings here. Let me turn the master down just a shade. It's very loud. Okay. So let's go take a look at what we built. First of all, this piece here, we got some problems, right? Hold on. Let's reconnect that. Let's take this off. This piece here, if we look at the center of mass, it's too high, right? How do we get it lower? Do we... how would we get the center of mass lower and closer to the heat shield so that it's easier to maneuver? Or is that not the problem? We got the Science Junior and the brand adapter. The brand adapter's not that heavy. You don't. Hey Larry, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. So, do I add a reaction wheel here? Command and control, aerodynamics, thermal, electrical. I could add a battery pack for sure. We had reaction wheels somewhere. Structural, coupling, payload, aerodynamics. Ground, thermal, there's the heat shields, electrical, communications. Do we have reaction wheels? I thought we unlocked some. I guess we don't. Dynamics, ground. Electrical, communication, science, cargo utility. Those aren't reaction wheels, those are just fireworks. All right, so We might have enough science to get... We've got 24 science at the moment. So we can't... We don't actually have... We would need, what, flight control? Yeah, there's the small inline reaction wheel. We don't have enough science for it. So... actually, we could do one thing here. That might generate some science, but probably not enough. Let's open the Glaven one. So you guys were saying a couple things. You were saying, first of all, we need electricity and monopropellant. You need more drag at the end of the rocket. You don't need yet. If the chutes are enough, separate the pod too. Put the fins on the body of the rocket, not the booster. Good tip, Larry. It helps with not flipping. When you have reaction wheels, they'll be with the separators. Need more drag at the end of the rocket. Okay. So you're saying swap these over here. Let's go. Quadruples. Like that. No, thank you. It didn't click on you. So those are on the body of the rocket now. And then we'll put the stability enhancers on the boosters, like that. Well, not like that, like that. Okay, so that moves that there. That may help with the initial burn. But then actually, to get to Minimus, we're gonna have to have yet another stage. What about getting home? Or what about re-entry? Because re-entry was rough, right? How do I fix re-entry? Do I put some fins on all of this? Up here? I know you said get batteries, and we can do that. Let's go to electrical. I can throw a couple batteries up here. That's not a problem. Let's swap down to 3s, I guess, and we'll throw some batteries right here. So that gives us 3 batteries. Each one has 100 electric charge, so that's fine. This should... Does this auto... Do I have to connect these somehow, or does it auto draw? Or do I have to put them on the thing I want to use? Like, if I do that, then does this get 150 or whatever? Or how does it work? Doesn't look like it. Anyway, there's some additional batteries. We don't want 4, actually. 3 should be fine. So anyway, there's some additional batteries. What else, guys? If the chutes are enough, separate the pod 2. Helps with not flipping. When you have reaction wheels. No, don't add fins on it. On top, it's the biggest mistake ever. Radu, I don't understand. There's a problem with the fins? Wouldn't the fins make it more stable? Batteries work anywhere on the top. Don't add fins. Oh, don't add fins above the heat shield is what you mean. Re-entry module if you add fins on it. Okay. So, how do I make this easier? How do I make the re-entry module easier to control? Because he couldn't keep it fully retrograde. It was like parts of it was dipping into the atmosphere stream. And it survived and everything, but it wasn't that fast. Like on a full orbital re-entry? How do I get the re-entry pod to be more controllable on re-entry? That's the part that I'm wondering about now. What I'm trying to figure out. So you're saying fins are definitely not the answer. That's fine. But what is the answer? It will point prograde and not slow down, and pilot has a fiery death. You don't lol. Separate pad and land both. Separate the pod and land both. Oh, I see what you're saying. So if I separate this, can I still stage the chutes on it? Because this is gonna have people in it. This piece right here, this is the passenger piece. You know what I could do? I feel like if I lower the center of mass on the thing, that would be better. So if I separate this, can I still fire the drogue chutes on this part? You need RCS or reaction wheels, which you don't have for re-entry. Stage chutes first, then separate. Yeah, but then, well, then this piece won't have a pilot. Like if I take the Science Junior here and separate it from the crew cabin and the command pod, and I put another smaller heat shield here, right? And I move some chutes down here. Then the Science Junior, the brand adapter, and this won't have. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need the brand. Hold on. Do I need the brand adapter? Maybe that's the problem. I just assumed that I needed that. How do I... Let's just get rid of you, actually, and just attach this thing directly like this. So we have the big old heat shield. We don't have the brand adapter, which means there's going to be some drag here during takeoff, right? But that's kind of okay. And now the center of mass of this thing is much better. Maybe I don't need the brand adapter. What do you guys think? Is that a good play or not? This might work. Okay, so we made some changes. We've added batteries. I've gotten rid of the brand adapter, so we're going to have some drag here. But the center mass of the landing pod is much lower now. We should have better action with the heat shield here. It will still deploy the chute. Won't need when it's bottom heavy. Separate beneath the science. Don't need the adapter. Try that. That's better for re-entry. Now you need more fins because of the drag. That shield will be so draggy. On the way up, right? Yeah. This brand adapter is way too tall is the problem. I wonder if there's another way. Is there any other way to hide to, like a thinner way to, or a less tall way to kind of adapt it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see a way. Nothing we can do, really. Should we try it like this, or... Huh. That's better for re-entry, but now you need more fins because of the drag. That shield will be draggy. Yeah, on the way up. What's your TWR? There is... You don't have those adapters yet. Yeah, okay. My TWR is 1.37 for the initial burn. And then 1.3 for the main stage here. All right, let's try it. And you know what? I think you guys are right. We might want to... all right, let's save this. And let's get a new pilot here. Or actually, I want his ability to lock to prograde and retrograde for entry and re-entry, but... All right, let's hire somebody. Let's hire a pilot. And how do I, I can make him male or female, I guess? Wait, what just happened? Oh, it's a her. Very high stupidity. Great test pilot. Can you change their names? Or not? Kinda... I guess there's stuff you can do with them here. I don't quite understand. All right, whatever. That's fine. We've got a new pilot here, Slade, or Shald. Whatever. She's going up. Change pilots in VAB. You could have given them our names. Yeah, I was trying to. I was going to name one of them Michael. But I couldn't figure out how to do it. Let's take you out and put Shald in. All right, you're gonna be their test pilot. So the drag on this heat shield might be a problem. We're gonna find out. Let's launch this sucker. I don't know how you change their names though. I would name them. I'd rename them if I could, but I don't see how to do it. All right, so SAS on. The only thing we can have is stability assist, which is fine. Our staging looks right. Still, yep, okay. And we'll see how the atmospheric drag fares with this thing and our new fins. So good luck, Shald. Okay, so far so good. Our small tilt at 10. At 100 rather. Just get up to 10 degrees and try not to rock back and forth too much. Okay, we're stable. Nope, don't twist too much. That's a little bit much. Okay. Apoapsis is coming. Stay prograde. You want to wait. When this is at like 72, 73, I'm going to cut the engine. 10,000 meters will push it a little bit more horizontal, or I guess we'll just stick with the prograde marker. Oh, no. This is what happened last time. No. Wait. Stay prograde. What's going on? Why are you like this? I have no idea what's happening. We're going backwards now. Man, oh gosh, it's really hard to control. Okay. Well, that was messy. Not great. Trying to stick on here. All right, so when this hits like 72, 73, I'm going to cut the engine. Let's see. So 30,000. Just max gimbal, drag. Yeah, okay. All right, so apoapsis is at 72, T-minus 1 minute, 28 seconds. Not a great launch. I don't know exactly what happened there, but somehow we're going backwards. Look at this. We're going backwards. This was a disaster. That launch was awful. Yeah, not great. Do we have any charge left? We do. Okay. Let me turn this off and try and just like I can't really control the ship. The wings are flexing. What is going on? Okay, let's try and stay prograde here. And let's do a little bit more of a burn. get to an orbit. Throttle down a little bit. So Apo's growing here. Turn it way down. We've got like a backwards orbit going. We might actually get her into orbit here. Maybe we can do the Science Junior and earn a little something. It's really hard to control this thing. Names can be changed in the save game from the menu. Is there a heat shield with all 12 menu? Okay. Search around. You can spawn kerbals, custom names from the create menu. Adjust max gimbal. More fins. Didn't have drag last time. Fins do nothing in space. The little command pod only has a small reaction wheel built in. Not throttle pitch. Why are you prograde? More science, better reaction wheels. There's 3 biomes right around the KSC. Science Junior now. Yeah, okay. We're not quite at apoapsis here. I'd like to get this into an orbit. We're burning through. I don't know if we can even get there with that terrible launch. Can we get to orbit before we run out of fuel? Maybe. Be a close thing. She might get stranded up here in an orbit with like 2 meters per second left. No, we should have enough to spare. Okay. Let's at least get her to orbit. Maybe she can get a point here. Okay, all right. So we've actually gotten her to orbit now. Shald. This was not great. This design, man, it was rough. Didn't have the drag last time. Adjust max gimbal. We'll look at that. Fins do nothing in space. The fins were like wiggling when I was trying to control her. And yeah, I understand it's hard to control because we're trying to control all this mass with the tiny reaction wheel here. Anyway, meanwhile, since we are up here, let's have her. Let's do some stuff. Let's do a crew report. Worth nothing. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. All this is worth nothing here. So if I look at this, the electric charge is at 49. What about the batteries? They've used a little bit. Okay, let's at least do the Science Junior and conduct the material study. Material study while in space near Kerbin. The microgravity has greatly affected the growth of crystalline structures. Loose objects are also flying around the bay in a very messy but fascinating way. We're going to keep that experiment and close the doors. Right? Okay. So that's a new experiment for us. We got a little bit out of this anyway. So now we deorbit and land with our crazy orbit here. And see how we survive re-entry, or how the re-entry goes with this design. At least we can kind of study that and experiment with that. So we're going to turn this ponderous beast retrograde. See, when I do pitch and yaw, the wings flex. Now I understand they're not having any effect because we're out of the atmosphere. It's all the reaction wheel. But the wings do flex as if they're trying to make something happen here. All right, so we need to face retrograde, right? That's this? No, that's blue. I want the yellow one with the 3 exterior bits. I want this one. Okay, this is retrograde. And we're going to burn enough to bring our periapsis into the atmosphere. Then we'll separate. Okay, so probably what I need, I think you guys are right. We want the fairing back, and I want a reaction wheel to add more maneuverability. Okay, so here's retrograde. Let's do a quick burn here. Okay, there we go. That's going to bring us into the atmosphere. So lastly, do we separate facing this way? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think we want to turn back around. Prograde. Then do the separation. And then turn retrograde one last time. Because otherwise I'm afraid we'll be stuck. Alright, let's separate like this. Okay, and now we can face retrograde with our big ol' heat shield. Now this part should work a lot better. This part, I think, will work well. Hang on, I know you guys are chatting. I'll catch up with you in a second. Alright, so there's our retrograde. Let's stay there. Okay. Fins are supposed to move. Can't see DV on my cell phone, sorry. You can do 10 crew reports in orbit. Steering and control will get a lot easier with better parts. Let's Ava her real quick. And let's have her get back in. Or I guess she can do an EVA report. Yeah, that's not worth anything. Okay. Let's board again. Now we got to fix our orientation back to retrograde. Stability assist. Okay, that looks good. All right. Let's get her home. Just shy of 70. All right. There we go. We want to be facing retrograde. Where's retrograde? Okay. So this is a much faster orbit. This is 2,300 meters per second as opposed to the like 18 we had last time. So we'll see how this does. Entering the atmosphere. Facing retrograde. Big ol' heat shield. Our center of mass should be lower. All right, Shald, let's see if you get your first star here. Look at the biome you're above, steering and control. EVA report gives science over every biome. Okay, so we are, if we look at the planet, we can't see anything. We're over the ocean anyway. Or no, where are we? Yeah, we're on the dark side of the planet, so I can't even tell. Let's go back here. We should be seeing some atmospheric reaction by now. Where's the actual thing? Is it starting to heat up? Should be. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'm seeing the heat. And yeah, I think it's much easier to control right now for her. Without that extra height from the brand adapter. Much easier to control, even without, like, she doesn't even have the retrograde thing. She just has stability assist here. But it's not dipping. It's not dipping in the way it was before. So that part of the plan worked, sort of, kind of. Just made it harder to launch because of this drag here. Now we're getting into the real test. We're really slowing down here as we hit the upper atmosphere. Nope. Stay on retro. Okay. So yeah, this works much better, but No, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, no, please don't burn up and die on re-entry. Okay, all right. Come on. Really wants to pull away. Yikesy, yikes. No, no. Ah! Gosh, this is tough. Without her having the ability to help me, it's hard. Come on. Come on, get back there. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. We're slowing down. Come on. Ooh, nasty. That is not easy. Okay, all right. Woo! Man, not having the pilot to assist is a rough deal. I mean, she was helping a little bit with stability, but that is, yeah, that is tough. Okay. All right, so we made it. We're fine. Spin stabilization. It'll be reloading KSP file today and saving Valentina. Oh, really? You're going to go back to the moon and try and pinpoint land to save her? Launchpad is its own biome. The coast, Midlands is the start of the runway. Yeah, I know all that. I know each of the mini biomes at the KSP is a thing. What I don't know is, like, I guess I'd have to build a rover and bring my scientists along and do soil samples and such. And even then, it's like 2-3 science or whatever. So it's not that great. Let's see. We can stage, shoots, and fast forward. Is staged, right? So now we gotta wait for this. So I think I need the adapter back for launch, and then I'm not sure what to do to make it more controllable on launch, guys. I think we need the reaction wheels, but I don't have the science for it at the moment. I guess we'll get a little bit from this. I don't know if it'll be enough. Get a little bit from the materials study. So we could do materials study on the launch pad and the runway. That's not a problem. And actually I think we could do soil sample as well. Maybe we can scrape together enough to get a reaction wheel. Yeah, I overshooted this, and now it takes forever to land, which is annoying. Abort action group, okay. $800. All right. So I think I need the fairing back, and we need a reaction wheel up there. That would be the way to fix this. So let's see how much science we can get. Oh, did I just land? Yes, I did. Okay. So we get 25 science. That puts us at 49, actually. If I go to R&D... Oops, that's not what I want. Where's the first reaction wheel? Flight control. Right there. Small inline reaction wheel. The inline reaction wheel system... Yeah, we already read this. To generate the torque necessary to control a spacecraft without wasting any propellant. We can just afford this. Okay. And we get some more wing parts, too. All right. Let's go back. And let's take another stab at this. So, you come off. You come up. And we put the adapter back. And now, I think, we put the reaction wheel here. This is small. Look at how small that is. What do I do with this? Do I pop it on the side? So my decoupler is below the heat shield. So my decoupler is here, and my heat shield is there. So where do I want this small inline reaction wheel? Do I put it higher up or lower up, or where do I want it? A lot of work for 50 science. Cut the main chute here, under the chute. Ah, okay. So we put the heat shield back on, then we put the decoupler back on, underneath the heat shield, and we put the rest of the rocket back on, okay? And then we don't need the chute here. We've seen that. So we'll put the small inline reaction wheel, and then we'll put aerodynamics. We'll put we need like a teeny tiny nose cone. That's too big. We have a smaller one. Utility. I guess we just put it back on and don't stage it, or we could cut down on how many of those things we have as well. We don't need 3 of them, I don't think. So we don't have a like really small reaction, really small nose cone, unfortunately. So I think we'll put it back on, and we will change these. So we'll get rid of both of those, and then we'll swap. We'll put 1 on instead, or 2 on instead of 3. Or maybe we don't need. Yeah, maybe we'll use. So we were using the Mark II-R. Let's use the Mark 12R, a half-sized radial-mounted version of the Mark 25. This is the Mark II, Mark 12. This drogue parachute is small, deploys high up, and certainly not enough to stop you smashing into the ground on its own. Useful for slowing the craft. Yeah, I think this is what we need. This is what I should have had originally. I had the full-sized drogue chutes when I really just needed the radial, because we're using this thing as well. All right, let's slap these on. Like so. That'll slow us just enough that the main chute then should work. All right, so we want these to be nice and high up. 2,500, yep. That works. And then you can actually be lower, because you can be at 13, I guess. That should be enough. Okay, so we've got our little reaction wheel. I suppose that's going to help. Rename the kerbal to Larry, the more the better. On top, under the chute. Try going up higher before trying to turn this wheel. Put the chute on. Put it on a different stage. Yeah. Well, we don't really need a different stage because we've got the altitude changer. So I'm just going to stage these, and then the drogues will pop at 25, and the main chute. Actually, this probably doesn't even need to be that high, because they'll have slowed it down. We'll put it at like 800. That's going to be fine. Okay, so we got our materials bay. We got our aerodynamics back. So we've got. Yeah, I think you're right. We'll stop trying to turn it quite so early. And then, do I really want 4 fins here? Would 3 be better? Or do I want different fins maybe? Because when I guess that helps keep it stable. And now we have the reaction wheel. Let's see. Did she level up? She did get a point from that. Just doing 1 orbit, she gets a point. Okay, so it's not that hard to get 1 point back. Maybe smaller fins. Okay. Let's take these off and go look at the new ones we unlocked. Basic fin, Delta Deluxe. The winglet. That's kind of wide. This is another winglet. Structural wing. Yeah, these are all pretty wide. That's crazy. So we can use the basic fin and just like scale way down. Just like that. Is that enough? That seems really small compared to the size of this beast. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe these. Well, let's try these. See how these work. And then maybe one more smaller one higher up, like this. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so we will try going higher up now. We corrected the drag problem, so we'll try to go just straight up on stability, much higher with this guy before we start the gravity turn, which will be slightly less efficient, but much more efficient than completely borking the entire maneuver, right? So I think we're gonna take a risk here. Now let's see another idea. This is gonna be the Glaven 3. Let's save that. Let's head out, and let me try, if I go to version info, kerbals, create. Okay, so I can create. I don't think I can rename kerbals. Hold on. Now, where was the ones we have? Jebediah, Bill, Bob, Valentina. Crew 1, available 5. Available. I don't know what these are. Is this experience level and experience points, maybe? Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Valentina's got 5 experience points. So where is Schald? Here we go. Okay. So I can't rename them, unfortunately. Inventory. I could create. Okay. So Radu, you're going to be named Radu the Spammer if you don't watch out. But yes, I saw the create tab. I was trying to see if I could rename the existing ones, but it looks like you can't. So let's see. What do you guys want to be? Do you already have the Delta Deluxe? Best fin of the game. Look at the stats. Control surface. No. You have to edit the save game to rename. All right, so we're not going to do that, but we can create some. We can create some guys. So, Michael. Yeah, Michael. What do you want to be? Pilot, scientist, engineer, tourist? I guess we'll go with a scientist. We'll make Michael a scientist. We'll start you out at level 0. Now we can start you at level 1. That's fine. We'll give you plenty of courage and plenty of stupidity, and we'll make you a badass. There we go. Create that kerbal. Then let's create another one for Radu. Radu, you can be an engineer. You can start at level 1. You can have equal amounts of courage and a little bit less stupidity, and we'll create you. And then let's go create Larry as well. You can be a pilot with huge amounts of stupidity, but you're going to be a veteran. There we go. Okay. So now, if I go to the astronaut, if I go to the astronaut complex, we should see Oh, they've been added. They've been added here. So Michael, Radu, and Larry, you guys are available. Okay, cool. So let's go back and let's get some more science going here. Let's try to get a high orbit this time. So we're gonna crew the ship. Our pilot is going to be Larry, and then in the crew cabin, Radu and Michael are coming along for the ride. Engineer and a scientist. All right. Good luck, guys. I hope you survive. Yep, hope you survive. So we've got our reaction wheel now. And what else? We've got some new fins over here. We're going to try and get a better launch going. All right, so good luck, guys. Here we go. Launch time. Larry, Radu, and Michael, good luck, guys. SAS on, RCS on. We have available stuff. Throttle to max. And check our staging. I should have done this before, but this looks right. Then we decouple. Fire that. And we've got our drogue chutes and our main chute. All right, good luck, guys. Here we go. Turn here. It's 10 degrees, and then we won't mess around with it. Now we're just going to lock to prograde. Apo at 72 will cut the engine. Okay, here's where things got messy last time. Trying to maneuver this beast. We do have the reaction wheels, so hopefully they help a little bit. Pilot is orange. The originals are orange. The Delta Deluxe are going to lift it. I'm not doing anything here. I'm just letting Larry keep us prograde for a while. And when apoapsis hits 72, 73 or so, throttle the engine way down. And just let him handle the gravity turn himself. Let him do it. It seems to be working pretty well. Okay, there's apoapsis of 72. All right. Get back on the 90 degree. Larry, don't you kill us. All right, let's take a look. So I'm just going to let him keep us prograde. He's going to do all the work. And then when we're at T minus 30, I'm going to slowly throttle the engine up and keep it at 30 seconds until our periapsis and we're in orbit. And we'll see if that works better. So I didn't do anything aside from the initial 10-degree turn. And then I just so this is going much better, obviously much better. Yeah, Larry, keep up the good work. So far, you haven't killed anybody. All right, so at T minus 30, I'm going to slowly start to throttle up. We want to keep a 30-second separation with the apoapsis, for sure, and see if we can get into an orbit that way. So I'm just going to keep on prograde, and we're going to start a burn in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, what sticky keys? Go away. Give me back my Kerbal space program, please. closing. I should have done a full burn from the start, but I didn't. But we're closing slowly. Now it might start to grow. 17 seconds. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking positive, guys. AP is growing. That's good. I'm gonna go way down here. Let's wait a little bit. Let's catch up. Here for the goo. Just flying it. Don't blame me for the heat shield. I'm no engineer. I got tabbed out by sticky keys. Yeah, that was gross. I didn't like that at all. I gotta go turn that off or something. I forget who the engineer was as well. All right, we need to burn a little bit more here. Just a little bit. Get periapsis up to 77, 78. Yeah, look at this. We're gonna have like a really nice circular orbit too. Just a teeny tiny, like 5% burn is enough. And with that, you guys are in stable orbit. Congratulations. All right. Okay. Well done. Radu is the engineer, and Michael's the scientist. Larry's the pilot. Okay. Fix the batteries. Now go strand us in Minimus orbit. We've only got 1200 DV. So I don't know about that. You guys want to EVA one at a time? I don't even know if you can EVA from the crew Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Let's wait till we're let's go around the orbit until we're in sunlight a little bit more. Let's speed up because you're in orbit, so we can just kind of like go around the planet a little bit and get into some sunlight. No problem. So remember, you guys don't eat, drink, or eliminate. You don't use the restroom. And you have apparently infinite oxygen as well. But there's a lot of boredom in space. You guys spend a lot of time sitting there doing nothing. Okay, so first, the pilot, Larry, you're going to do an EVA. So I think the reaction wheel helped. I think you guys were right. Let's go ahead and EVA Larry. Sorry, Larry. Larry is EVA. Now, one thing I have never done is let go and use the little jetpack thingy. I don't even know how it works. So, Larry, how do you feel about trying this? Do you guys want to tell me what the controls are? Like, how do I use the little jetpacky thing? Couldn't you have given us a girl? That's more fun up here. Ooh. You guys can't get out of your spacesuits, though. All right. Well, Larry, you're in orbit. Let's find out what happens when you let go. Where's Larry? Where is he? Is he still clinging to the side? Where are you, Larry? Oh, I hit board instead of like I hit board. I hit the wrong key. All right, let's have you EVA and let's hit the space bar. Let's have you let go. Good luck. Larry, you're flying, man. You're flying. You're still close enough to grab. Maybe that's enough. Oh, I'm scared to, like, have you fly around a little bit. Oh, it gives you a little bit of leeway to grab, huh? How do I control you? Wait a minute. EVA propellant. What are the... I can't control him. How do I get him back? How do I... Wait a minute. How do I get him back? How do you control the... How do you control the jetpack? JKLI? Why would it be JKLI? That doesn't make any sense. JKLI? That's not working either, guys. RCS on, then H and N? How do I turn RCS on? Thrust limiter, altitude. Oh, God. I just killed you, Larry. Oh, RCS on. Ah, okay. And then JKN, HN. Oh no, it's WASD when I'm focused on Larry. Okay. So how do I go down? How do I change his well, how do I change his how do I oh, this isn't good. I'm getting further away. I can't change his orientation. I'm having trouble making him go like I want to pitch him. So I can go forwards and backwards. How do I go up and down? H, N, C, V. What just happened? V, camera orbital, camera chase, camera free. Okay, hold on. I don't know exactly how, but somehow we're getting back here. Grab. How do you grab? How do I get him back inside? Oh God. Okay, it's not too bad yet. How do I get him back inside? Grab. Ooh, we did it. Okay. Let's get him up to the hatch and let's board. All right. Amazing. That was fun. Okay. Look at Radu. Radu was like scared because the pilot had left and was floating away into space. Let's EVA, automatic EVA disabled. Activate a hatch. Okay. So let's come over to the crew compartment over here. And I can transfer crew. I can crew report. Do I transfer him up to the crew hatch? Wait a minute, where's the... Would I have to transfer him to the command module for him to EVA? Transfer crew. Hang on. Transfer crew. Radu Kerman, EVA. Hatch is obstructed, can't exit. Oh, did I put something on a hatch? I probably put a battery on a hatch or something, so he can't get there. Okay. So you guys can't EVA this time, but you got to orbit, so consider yourselves lucky. You only have one exit F to grab. Larry has to go out again before you can transfer anybody. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's just go home now. This was fun. So we kind of got the feel for launching on this. We only have 1200 DV, which I don't think is enough to go anywhere and come home, unfortunately. Well, actually, let me take a look. Michael sent me a link here. Let me open image in new tab. Save image as KSP DV map. Okay. I'm gonna go to OBS. And we change the thumbnail here to DV map. Okay. So if we look real low down here at Minimus. So we're in orbit around Minimus. So to get to Minimus, we'd need 930 plus 150, right? So we could get you guys to orbit around Minimus, but we could not bring you home. We don't have enough. And we'd have to be like really good about how we did these. We couldn't waste any fuel because this would be 980, 1080, right? And we actually have 1273. So we could get you there, but then you couldn't come home. Okay. All right, guys, let's bring you home, and then let's keep building this rocket. We'll add more stuff on it so that we can go further. Let's turn retrograde. Plus 340 for the inclination. Ah, yes, right. Okay, the 340 for the inclination, right? Because Minimus has an inclination change. So we need, so 1080 plus 340 is what, 1380, 1420. So to get there and back, we'd need a minimum of 2840, and that would be us being perfect. So like 3400 would be kind of more in our wheelhouse. We have to get up here and have 3400 DV left. Okay, let's just do a burn here to get our periapsis into the atmosphere. Good enough. Let's return to prograde to separate so we don't get stuck on our rocket. Or I guess we don't really need prograde. We can just do it like here. Okay. And then we'll face retrograde. And we'll come home. So now we got another test going here, which is that we've put this structural thing back on, so our center of mass is back high again. But we do have the reaction wheel to help us control the ship, in addition to the inline one from the cockpit. So we've got another reaction wheel up there to help us maintain retrograde. And we can get a spin going to help us stabilize as well, which I didn't think about last time. And we're bringing back 2 more people, which actually lowers our center of mass a little bit because they're a little bit lower in the crew hatch. So, okay, we're facing retrograde. In terms of electric charge, we've got plenty. Our batteries really didn't get used at all, a little bit. So let's fast forward and see if you guys get home. Okay. Let's see how we do. We're in the atmosphere now, so we're slowing a little bit, I think. No, we're still accelerating because of gravity. But we are hitting the atmosphere. Let's go a little faster here, guys. Come on. You can launch at 6% when Minimus is at the right spot to save the plane change. Interesting. Yeah, if you have to wait for the right time or the right launch location. This aero brake is pretty slow. But yeah, we can see the periapsis going down, so we're fine. I think it's starting to heat up a little bit. There we go. It's like just ever so slightly. Okay, now I need to pay attention. See how we're doing. So far we're maintaining stability here. I could spin to win if I needed to, but I want to watch what happens here. I want to see if the RCS is enough to help us out by itself. So when we get really low, when the atmosphere gets really thick, that's when things start to get iffy. You guys are still alive so far. You know what I could have done? I could have gone to a high orbit first and done science there. Because we have like 0 science right now. We're also going to test our new chutes. So far, so good. Heat shield is working as intended. Jettison heat shield. Yeah, if I wanted to kill you guys, I could do that. Okay. Seems to be going well here. Wow. I think that reaction wheel really made a lot of difference here. Like a lot of difference. I'm not having to do anything here. And we're slowing down. Yeah. Wow, you guys are right. The RCS really makes a difference. It's not struggling at all. Just dead locked onto retrograde here. It's not dipping in, it's not wobbling. That's awesome. And we're through the atmosphere, and we're into we're down below. We're gonna be down below 1,000. Oh wait. Okay, so there is a little bit of a problem there. There's a little bit of a problem. But once it's just a small problem, a little bit of heat. And once we get past the 1,000 meter per second mark, we're okay. So there's still a little bit of a problem with this, but it's survivable. I didn't even really have to do anything. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and stage the chutes. And warp forward. See what happens. Do the material study now? Okay, hold on. Open doors, conduct material study. 17.5 science while flying at Kerbin. Rest resilient samples appear to have been splattered around the interior, forming new and interesting color combinations. Okay, close the doors. All right, so we got a good call. We did a little bit of that. Do it while on fire. You don't have any RCS fuel on board. The reaction wheel does it, and me. I thought RCS was the reaction wheel. All right, I'm just going to have to go to the Kerbal Wiki and find out what the heck that is, because I don't understand it at all. Is reaction wheel and RCS the same thing? Okay, there's our 3 drogues. That slowed us down to around 30. That works really well. And then at 1,800, the main chute went up. And that's going to slow us down to... Uh-oh. Why isn't it deploying? What did I set that at? 800? Okay, so this might be a little rough, boys. The 3 drogues and the main chute have slowed you down to 10 meters per second. So, that's a little bit faster than normal. Normally we land around 6 meters per second, 7. Good luck. What happens here? 10 meters per second? Yikes. No. Oh man, what happened? That was too fast. Wait, so the impact was crummy, but I think you guys survived somehow. You're not dead. I think the heat shield blew up, maybe? Oh, jettison the heat shield. That would have been a really good idea. Okay. We got 4 science. No, we lost the... You know what we lost? We lost the science junior. We lost the science junior. Crew report and recovery of the vessel. Okay, so that's what happened. On impact, the science junior exploded, so we lost the material bay study, but you guys survived. Yeah, we got you back. Okay. All right, well, lessons learned. That's not quite enough parachute. And we should have jettisoned the heat shield. Save weight. Okay, so let's come in here and let's right away, let's replace this. Let's replace this, this parachute with the double size. So if we go to utility. So we had the Mark 16. Let's put the Mark 16 XL. Oh, that's not how that works. Okay. What that means is we can have well, we can go back to now. Where was the crew hatch on this thing? I see. Okay. We are going to replace these back to the full drogues. Even though it's slower, I'd rather you guys survive. So what that means is, with the 3 of these, it slows you down to like 4 meters per second, and we don't even really need this, but it's aerodynamic, so we'll keep it. We'll have this deploy at like 300. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. We're going to be going so slow by the time this deploys that it doesn't matter. We'll have this deploy at 350, whatever. That's fine. And then these guys can deploy around, I think 1250 is probably fine, because they slow you way down. So anyway, we'll save that, and then when we come back, we'll figure out some other stuff we need to do, because the launch went pretty well, I felt, but we didn't have enough DV when we got up there. So we're going to have to change this build to get some more fuel. And we could, like, probably what we do is after this, we put another stage with a more fuel-efficient engine. So, like, probably the easiest way to do it would be... Hang on, let me move this up. If we take off this... No, we need that. So we take that off, right? And then we move this up a bit. And then we want something... What do we have down here? This is the... Yeah, so that's the launch we had. This is the disconnected part. So there's the heat shield. There's the decoupler, the heat shield, and all the rest. So now we need another engine in here that's much more fuel efficient. So the one I'm looking at is the Terrier, right? That has the ISP of 345 in a vacuum, 320 in a vacuum, 310 in a vacuum, 320 in a vacuum, 350 in a vacuum. Yeah, so we want this one, the REL-10 Poodle liquid fuel engine. That goes here, or that's going to go on another fuel tank. Let's get another 32, and then we'll put the Poodle there, right? And then we'll connect this up like this. So now, if we look at the whole ship, we might need some more. We might need some more thrusters there. Let's save this as the. I guess this is the Glaven 4. Let's save that, and let's take a look at the Delta V here. Does it? How do you get it to like recalculate? So, yeah, we have 521 here. We probably need to change the boosters now to be something more powerful. But then we have 981 here, and if we switch that to vacuum... Yeah, we're looking at 3,800 up here. So if we change the first stage to get us to orbit faster... wait a minute. Why is there only 2 stages? Oh, I don't have a set... I don't have a decoupler, that's why. Larry's gonna live because he lands on top of us. Move the drogues, 2 on left, 2 on right. 1 more drogue was all you needed. If Radu doesn't do his job this time, I'll have to talk to the boss. He doesn't like being disturbed while playing space program. Unlock advanced fuel. I'm doing my job. There's no need for my services, however. So I made a mistake here in that I don't have a decoupler. We need a big old decoupler here. There we go. Okay, let's save that. Let's reopen it. Okay, so stage 1. We're back here. So we're up to 4439. We have to fix the boosters, but stage... Then we... No, this is all wrong. We need additional stages here. So we would disconnect the boosters, then we would launch this engine. And then we would decouple this after. Right? There we go. Now it's up at 6,000. Okay. So we've got first stage boosters, decouple them. Then we have the main engine on the second stage, decouple that. Then once we're in the vacuum, this is the good one. And then we decouple that and go home, right? So we need to fix up the boosters here. They're a little too dinky now. The backs don't look right anymore. Let's take that off. Let's take this off. Let's get rid of the back. Let's find a different booster. So we had the back thumper. Max thrust 250. 175 ISP. This is the, yeah, here we go. The S1 SRB KD225K kickback solid fuel booster. This super heavy booster is designed to be recovered after jettisoning. Once recovered, it's refurbished and refueled for another launch. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Let's get some of these going. Astronauts wear diapers. Interesting. Okay. Let's put a couple of these bad boys on here. Does that look right? Yeah, that's more like it. Now hold on. The problem here is the disconnection. We got to get these a lot higher up, and I think we need 2 sets of them. Let's go get another set of these. Okay, so now we pop this like here, like so. Okay, that gets us up to 7,000. That's really nice. What is that down there? What is this little thing right here? I don't. That's a little strange. So we've got our kickbacks here. Then we need to put these into the same stage. So all of those pop at the same time. Then we go to the main engine, disconnect that. Is that in the right place? I think it is. Then we have the Poodle with 30,000 dB on it. And then finally we have this. Okay, so this is looking good, I think. It's pretty good. We have the stronger drogues to land. We've got the science material bay. So I think we're good here. Let's save it. I need aerodynamics on the cones of the boosters. There we go. And then we reattach our stability enhancers for launch. Those get put down here. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's try this, guys. Thumper. 2,700 books. Yeah, put those chutes on. We've got the good chutes, guys. We've got the good chutes. We tested these before. Just the 3 of these are going to slow you down to 4 meters per second. We don't even need this one. So I fixed this. These are the good ones. Now, for RCS, you were saying, or not for RCS, for the reaction wheel, you guys were saying I need fuel that I don't have? Reaction fuel? Monopropellant? I don't know. Not the same. So RCS and reaction wheels are not the same. Okay. Fuel or batteries? Fuel. RCS needs extra fuel. Well, structures not connected show up at the bottom like that. Oh, that was the when I had this disconnected. I understand. Thank you. That is helpful. Okay. Guys, you're going out now. You're going out somewhere good. We're going to look at Minimus. So somebody said there was something to do about waiting for the right time to launch. Monoprop is what you need. Okay. So I have some monopropellant here. Can the reaction wheel use this? It's built into the cabin, or is this only uses its own? It's like the RCS, the reaction wheel is connected. Reaction wheel's normal, wheel authority 100%, reaction wheel's toggle torque. Put chutes on boosters. Why do I need to put chutes on the boosters? Monoprop is what you need. Put chutes on boosters? Because they're reusable? The orbit to Minimus is inclined at 6 degrees. Yeah. Okay. I'll put some chutes on the boosters. Sure, why not? They're cheap. Radial mount parachute, I guess. Let's put these here. And we'll set these to, I guess, 1200 or so. And then we want these. So when we do the ejection, we're going to stage the radial chutes as well. It kind of automatically did that for us. Okay. So I've got some chutes on the boosters now. The orbit for Minimus is inclined. I'm due for a vacation. Can I call in sick? No, Michael. We need you. You're our engineer. Larry's our pilot. No, you're our scientist. Make sure you guys. Oh, you almost got away with it, guys. You almost escaped. Larry, you're the pilot. Michael and Rado, you guys are coming along. Michael, you're going to do some science, buddy. Do some science. When the launch pad is under the junction of these orbits, you need to launch to 6 degrees to save the inclination change. When the launch pad is under the junction of these orbits. How do I find that out? Launch pad can't support vessels heavier than 140 tons. The Glaven 4 total mass is 160. Okay, well, guess what? I got 5 million Kerbucks from Auntie von Kerman. So we're going to upgrade. And then we're going to launch. Okay. So, now that we're here, let's go to the... Oh, we got a world first milestone here. Flyby of the moon, gravitational influence, return home, scientific data, orbit, spacewalk in orbit, return home. So we got a bunch of science from that as well. Okay. Let's get rid of all that. Resources, solid fuel. Yeah. Okay. Action sets, contracts. Delta V. What is that? Okay. Let's go to the tracking station. And let's look at Minimus here. Glaven 3 debris in flight? Is this still in orbit? Oh, I think we may have left some trash, guys. We may have left some trash in orbit. It's in the atmosphere. Okay, so it's falling. We just didn't We haven't actually, it hasn't actually finished falling yet. Yeah, that's fine. So from here, can I look at planets? Kerbin. Contracts, alarm clock, messages. So how do I... Okay, so if we zoom out, we can take a look at Minimus, right? And I can see the plane change you guys are talking about. So how do I determine when to launch and in what degree, like how to launch in order to launch in this orbit around, launch in a parallel orbit or a planar aligned orbit from Kerbin so that I'm on this plane without having to do a burn? Put Valentina in a cargo bay. She doesn't need a suit. Upgrade, zoom out, just like that. Okay, so if I set this as my... I can't set it as my target right now. Minimus, resources. No resource available. Equatorial radius. Nope, no atmosphere. The smallest moon orbiting Kerbin from the surface of Kerbin can be seen on clear days as a tiny blue speck in the sky. It's often mistaken as dirt on telescope lenses or dead pixels, but the top minds at the Kerbal Astronomical Society assure us it is a real moon nevertheless. So, just match its plane from the launched. Click it, then click destroy. 6 degrees. The left, right to put Minimus orbit on top. Removes the need for a plane change and saves 320 milliseconds. Make the moon orbit a flat line. Just match its plane from the launch. Click it, then click destroy. Oh, click this and click destroy. Terminate. You were talking about this. Okay. This will destroy the vessel, killing all crew. This is debris, right? And terminate the Glaven 3. Okay. So I'm still a little uncertain on how I actually do this. So focus is Minimus, right? And if we look at its orbit, it's on an incline, right? So if I launch equatorially, I will have to correct that. So I want to launch so that I'm not going around the equator. Instead, I want to launch in some way that my heading is like. So you said 6 degrees. The plane change is so easy I wouldn't worry about it. Almost right. Yeah, I'm not sure how to like accomplish what you. I understand what you guys are suggesting. I don't understand how to accomplish it. So like if I come down here and I go to the Glaven 4 and we go to fly it, right? So right now my heading is 270 or due east, right? So do I want to rotate this so that I'm facing like that way instead of this way before I begin my gravity turn? I can try. All right, well, let's see. Let's just do a test here. We won't count this for. We want to actually go to orbit with this. I just want to see if this gets us in the right direction. So we throttle. SAS, RCS, all looks good, and we launch. And now I'm just gonna twist a little bit to the right. So from 290 we'll go down to 263. So that's 6 degrees, right? We're still twisting. So here's a 6-degree turn. Now we go 10 degrees. I guess. boosters. Okay, now we're just going to stick to prograde here until our APO is at 70, or slightly below. That would be perfect if Minimus was there. Okay, so I launched at the wrong time. So let me take a look. What did we end up doing here? I can't really tell yet. Well, we definitely have a change. We're not parallel with the moon's orbit. That's for sure. Okay. Well, we'll hit Z at T minus 30 seconds to see if we can get this into an orbit so I can get a better understanding of what I did and what I did wrong. Let's go. And we can also see how much DV we have left in orbit. So we're locked to prograde. That's almost perfect. Great job, Larry. Are you guys role-playing? Is that what's going on? Quit being Top Gun about it. When you mark Minimus as target, you have an indicator on the nav ball. Change his name to Maverick. That would be perfect if Minimus was there. Wait, I have to pee. Come on, Larry. Shut up and concentrated. This chat has been priceless. Seeing Minimus and die. Let's see. Let's get to the orbit, and then I'll kind of try and understand what happened wrong. What went wrong. Okay, our second stage is almost out of fuel. Get a few more. We might get to orbit with it. Oh, Apo's climbing. What just happened there? Was that right? I'm not sure if that was right or not. So I don't think we got enough height, actually. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We didn't get high enough. We got back into the atmosphere. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. They're not smiling quite as much. They're like, should we be worried? Oh gosh. Do we even have a heat shield right now? Nope. No heat shield. Oh, no. Look at their faces. Oh, we need to spin to win here. We don't have a proper heat shield. Oh, they're getting nervous now. They're getting nervous. You guys turn retrograde again? I can't control it. Best I can do is spin to win here, guys. Oh, God. There's a chance you might survive. We're slowing down. You might survive. Oh my gosh. Okay, so did not get high enough and started to hit the atmosphere on our way back in. That was not great. But it looks like you're gonna live, which is a miracle. An absolute miracle. Oh, wait. The parachutes. The parachute. They won't. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Larry, Radu, and Michael were incredible kerbals who gave their lives valiantly in service to the Kerbal Space Program. They were killed by the stupidity of the architect and by Larry, who did a bad job getting us into orbit. There's no recovering that. Well, guys, I am sorry about that. That was kind of hilarious, though. So if we go to the astronaut complex, you guys are, they're dead, right? They're not coming back now. Why are they back? Wait a minute. Why are they? Oh, they're not. No, you guys died. I've got my original 4+ shawled. Okay. So I thought this over here was like a cemetery. I don't know what that is, though, because there should be 3 more headstones over there. There's 3 more gravestones. Or maybe we can't, if we didn't recover their bodies or something. Let's go to the tracking station. I want to see. Yeah, no tracked objects. Okay, you guys just were vaporized on impact. So. Okay, so gotta be a little bit more careful in how we launch this bad boy. The Glaven 4. I think the ship itself was fine. I think I just handled the launch really, really badly. So we'll throw some more kerbals in there and try again another time. I'm gonna take a break here. This has been a really long stream for me. I need to go get some breakfast and some coffee. But thank you guys for being here. This was a lot of fun, and I'm sorry I killed you. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next stream. Take care, everybody.